Welcome to the Gear Slum, your one-stop shop for all things guitar culture nonsense. I'm Aaron.
I'm Phil.
And I'm Cole.
We slum it hard so you don't have to. I've been I got a couple new coffee brewers, drippers, if you will, recently that I'm very excited and happy about. I've been really upping my pour over game. What else? I started. My wife makes fun of me because I bought a little spray bottle so I can spritz my beans before I grind them to reduce static.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's amazing.
Pour over, more like bore over.
Yeah. Spritz them with what, Aaron?
With water.
Does it have to be like alkaline water or like deionized water or something?
No, just
fancy?
like it's just like filtered water. The main thing is
not tap water, cold.
When you're single dosing, a big thing that you're worried about, concerned about is
it's like so doing Molly or something.
So a lot of like traditional grinders will have a hopper on top where you just pour in like a pound of beans and you just grind as you go. Whereas single dosing, you weigh out your beans beforehand, right? And then you grind only what you need. So the big thing you're worried about is retention in the grinder, which is like you're losing beans in the grinder, which not only throws off your measurements, but it also
because like it
comes out in your future dose.
Yeah,
well, it's so you get like retention. So then like if I put in 15 grams, I might get like 14.8 grams out or 14.7, which doesn't sound significant. But then the next time I grind, I'm getting that last half a gram or whatever of the old beans coming out first. So
the beans are binding instead of grinding. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're grinding and then they're binding.
Yeah.
To the water.
You know, when I'm in the club, I always live by the one rule of only grind what you need.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Only grind what you're willing to bind in marriage.
Exactly. Just grinding and binding.
In marriage.
I like that you said traditional grinder too. Like I love the idea of an app called Traditional Grinder that's just for straight people.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway,
isn't Grinder like specifically
looking to get married?
Yeah. It's like I think
it's tailored towards like gay men specifically.
Well, and it's like specifically designed.
Traditional grinder
like
is for gay men to get married.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what traditional grinder is.
It's an abomination.
It's for gay men.
By the way,
they're not looking for hookups. They're looking to settle down.
They shouldn't be binding.
The irony is that's not. It's like a lot of people say that's non-traditional, but it's also traditional. It's like.
It's traditional compared
to the tables
to just living in sin.
Yeah.
Of course, if you get gay married, you're also still living in sin, obviously. So, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Of course, obviously. That goes without saying. But what I wanted to tell you is I'm drinking a really good coffee right now. And I've had so much better coffees since all the coffee that we spent so much money on. It was like the biggest letdown.
So when you're making it, do you ever say making coffee?
No, but my kids like to say coffee.
Aaron, I saw a TikTok of a young gentleman sous videing coffee.
Sous videing?
What did he do? Put the grounds in the water? Together?
Sous vide.
Sous videing?
Sous vide.
Yes, grounds.
There's a D on the end. I mean, there's a D on the end. Yes.
It's SOUSVIDE.
VIDE. As somebody who's literally fluent in French, I think maybe you should trust me. It means under vacuum.
Well, Phil's not fluent in French, though.
But like Cole doesn't that mean?
Wait, no, you're right.
Like
you're right. You were right. I apologize.
Past tense?
I misattributed your modifier.
Yes.
Because you did say I think. I forgot you said I think.
Yeah.
So it's like past tense though when you sous vide it.
No. Sue is just under vacuum.
I am joking.
Are you? It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's because you are a dense.
No, I just mean it's hard to tell because nobody's.
It seems like such a dumb thing because if you do sous vide on coffee,
so what's the point of it?
Like you have to. I would think it would then affect the flavor because it has to be in a plastic bag. Like
okay, so it was sealed. Like a very low temperature for like 18 hours.
But they were doing that with actual liquid coffee.
As well, yes.
You're just doing like a cold brew, basically.
It was like similar to a cold brew, but warmer. A warm cold brew, a warm brew.
It's just.
What did they say
it's
about
just like stale? That's just like stale coffee.
I mean, it's just doing it to do it, but
yeah.
This guy was
interesting. In the cafe, you would let the coffee steep overnight for like 12 hours and then pull it. For your cold brew
just in room, it becomes room temperature water, right? Or do you put it in the fridge?
No, it's just out.
And then after
it's
you
like
pull
covered, but in there.
After you pull it, what do you do?
And you
strain it and
push it.
No, after you pull it, you dilute it, and then you serve it.
Yeah, you got to cut it. You got to cut it with more water.
The people who complained about me being
it's very
loud
dumb.
Are gonna like that last part.
I mean, it's like. I guess it's worth experimenting with, but yeah, it's interesting.
People make fun of Mormons for not drinking coffee, but then I hear conversations like this, and I'm like, it's not that weird to not drink coffee because drinking coffee is apparently also pretty weird.
Yeah, but this is also this is like the weird side of like drinking coffee.
Yeah, too. I think there's probably 80 or 90% of coffee drinkers would think that what Aaron and I are talking about is insane.
But I think I just drink
coffee.
Pretty high percentage of coffee drinkers that are like that spend a lot of money on getting a specific kind of coffee every morning.
I know, but true? Like they would say,
yeah,
I think you're right, but I'm saying most of those people,
most aren't like
say, I don't know, freaking just like it. Like,
yeah, most aren't worried about like how much of their green beans are binding or whatever.
Yeah, they're not even worried about like
exactly
brew ratios, probably, or like they're.
I love how you say that with disgust. They probably aren't even worried about brew ratios. Those idiots.
Well, I mean, like brew ratio. That's like the basics of like of the nerdery. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like the JHS of coffee nerdery.
Oh,
it's like the electroharmonics.
Aaron. I'm with you, Aaron.
But what I mean, it's like,
or no, it is like the JHS. Electroharmonics is just like Folgers or whatever.
Yeah, electroharmonics is like Starbucks.
Is Folgers still a thing?
Yeah, Folgers is still a thing. It still exists.
Is it still the best part of waking up? I always wondered if that was actually true.
No.
I figured it was like morning wood
your
or
life
something.
Is sad. If that's a sad life, if that's the best part of waking up. The best part of waking up is going back to sleep.
That's like the most.
You open your eyes and you're like,
boomer thing ever. That's
like
the equivalent of.
What's the best part of this of this process of waking up? Some freaking Folgers right now.
Yeah, but it's not even. I guess they're talking about like extended wake up, like not just becoming awake, but like the process.
The best part of the morning.
All the way,
oh yeah,
getting like all the way
talk
up to
to
like
me until I've had
full
my
awakeness.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stupid. Folgers is. Oh man,
it's
fine. I think people probably under 50, I would say, are more likely now to have a Keurig than to like brew a pot of Folgers.
Yeah.
At home. But I don't know.
have a Keurig.
I don't know, but
did you know that?
No.
Why?
Hot chocolate.
Yeah, my son literally just today, although it is April right now, but we have gotten about 1.5 feet of snow at my house in the last 2 days, which is honestly ridiculous because at my house, I live down in the valley, so I don't get a ton of snow at my actual house, but we are in our ski resorts here have like 800 inches of snow this year. So which is more than we've had in like 30 years. Right. So we're going to have some insane flooding. But yeah, my son drinks hot chocolate all the time, so we had to get a Keurig, which is like, I guess the hot chocolate's good. He likes it. It's probably as good as the coffee, which is probably fine for most people, right?
Yeah, for
like
most
it's
people,
not
I would
it's
say,
not
yeah.
for like snobs, but it's probably
No, not
fine
at all.
for.
It's the convenience is
It's
what
better. A Keurig
Yeah,
is like the
I'm
JHS, right? Because like it's more than just like. Well, I don't know. Like it's because it's so convenient.
It's probably
right?
like Boss, maybe.
Is it like the equivalent of what just a dumb instant coffee maker used to be with Folgers?
Yeah,
It's
I would
probably
say
like
the
the one you get in your
equivalent of
hotel.
that, yeah, everything's kind of moving towards pods, which is a very like 50s idea.
So,
but
I
but
can't
also,
remember if
very like retro futuristic.
I can't remember if I told you guys this, but one of the hotel I would always stay at in the Philippines, and I would go there a lot. In the room they had like this big drawer with tons of different kinds of coffee and everything, you know. And when I would go there, or when any like, because they knew that it was us booking it, like for the church, because tons of people would travel there for the church. They would go in there and like remove all of the coffee out of the drawer. And I remember one time they were like, I got there earlier than they thought I would. And they were like, oh, we just have to do one last thing. So she like went up with me to my room and was like doing that while I watched. I was like, you don't need to do that. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Now that's like the Mormon equivalent of the Billy Graham rule.
I was just going to say that. I was just gonna say
exactly.
That. You're like,
so
listen, I can't be alone in this room with you.
With coffee.
With
I can't
coffee.
trust myself.
Who knows what I'm going to do?
But it was like this super it was a Shangri-La, which is like it's a fancy hotel.
Yeah.
And
I have a locked door.
So funny.
I'm here alone with a locked door and a big pile of coffee. Ooh.
And it makes it makes me wonder if that's genuinely they thought.
Well,
like that it would be tempting. It's more to like respect our beliefs or whatever, right? But
yeah, I think it's more like they're like, oh, we don't want them to like.
I don't think it's because like they think it'll be tempting or something, because like coffee isn't really tempting to somebody who doesn't drink coffee, you know,
who's never had it before, and it's like, why would you drink?
And I mean, like plenty of people have had it. Nonsense. Like I'm probably in the minority of Mormons, even in the fact that I've never had coffee. Really.
I've had it.
I've had it with this.
Had it. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm drinking some really good coffee right now.
I would say that my guess is that like a nicer hot chocolate in a Keurig is better than a nicer coffee in a Keurig.
Probably so, because I mean, there's only like hot chocolate is
because powdered
easier to do, right?
Powdered hot chocolate is like the way that most people do hot chocolate.
That's like the norm. It's not like everyone has all these other hot chocolate experiences or whatever.
Well, so the goal with the hot chocolate, like you want all of what's in there to come out into the cup completely, whereas with coffee you're like trying to extract a percentage,
like
of
certain amounts.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
that is a good point, Aaron.
So it is different. Yeah, like you're looking to get like an 18 to 21% extraction on like specialty coffee standards.
Listen to this guy.
So weird.
It's typically a TDS of like 1.1 to 1.3, but some people like higher than that.
Yeah, no big deal.
You guys know what TDS means, right?
Turgid. Dick syndrome.
Yep, that's it. It is not
television broadcast system.
Broadcast.
DS, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So it's
TDS. Oh,
TDS.
Does the T? What are like the thing? Is it like triglyceride?
No, the T stands for total.
Oh.
It's total dissolved solids, so it's like the percentage of your final brew that is coffee.
That sounds like the number you would need when you're like emptying out the tank on your RV or something.
Yeah, I need my TDS.
How many of these solids have totally dissolved? Speaking of RVs, I'm going on a road trip tomorrow.
Where are you going?
And going to Arches National Park, which is a very arguably the most famous national park in Utah and one of the most
Oh,
in the country, probably. Is that fair to say, Phil or Aaron?
in the country, I would
No.
say Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, Yosemite,
Yeah.
Arches,
It's one of
Badlands.
the
It's
most
up there. It's up
recognizable.
there. It's in like the
It's one
top
of the most
5, top 10.
recognizable ones, probably.
Yeah,
Like it's like on the list at least.
it's probably not the first one most people think of, but it's
No,
definitely
no.
like up there,
I mean, the Grand Canyon or
especially in
Yellowstone are the
terms of like
obvious.
picturing it. Like I
I'm
picture it.
guessing. I'm guessing it's on a top 10 list. I don't know about top 5.
I mean, it's like the delicate arch itself is an extremely recognizable landmark.
Is that what it's called? The Delicate Arch?
Yeah, that's like the most famous arch there. That's on everything.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It's
was
the
on
arch.
It's on our license plates, for example.
Well, not mine, but
It is actually. It's a watermark on there. You can barely see it, but it's on there. You have to shine the light just right.
I call it the Delicate Arch. Stupid.
The delicate arch.
It has had more than a few names in its history. Did you know that? From the colorful, like cowboys, chaps, and old maids, bloomers, to the prosaic, like salt wash arch.
So here's the crappy part, though, is that Lacey is sick, and so she's not going to go. How crappy is that?
It's not very sick of her.
I know.
That's not. That's not. What's the line?
I saw an Inside SoCal thing on TikTok, and I went to look at the comments, and your comment was up at the top. So I can't remember what it was.
That's like the least baller. That's so least baller thing that's
I love
ever
it,
happened.
dude. Just a kicker, bro.
It's just a kicker.
What? Yeah. What's the thing he says about his dad? That's the least.
Just a kickback. Oh yeah.
You're just kind of not being really gangster or whatever.
Yeah, he says like I wasn't all that baller back to him or something like that. Oh, it's such a good line. It's Jonah Hill, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's Jonah Hill
my
and all of them, I
gosh.
think.
No, it's not in all of them.
No, yeah, Jonah Hill was just the guest star on one of them.
No. It couldn't have just been one.
He's in a couple, but
Because the one that you shared with us about the breast
it's
reduction.
like I think every time he was on, they would do it, but it
yeah,
wasn't
probably
like,
so.
based around him because it was just Kyle.
Yeah, because there are others that he's not on.
Yeah. Bill Hader is so good in that one.
He just like stops halfway through sentences.
Well, I'm more impressed with him because he's not from here.
I know. The thing that's annoying is every Kyle Mooney sketch that gets put on social media has like some number of people that are like, "Oh, this is supposed to be funny."
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, it is extremely funny. You're just an idiot.
If you're not laughing, then you are the butt of the joke.
It's supposed to be and is funny.
Yeah, you can be and are wrong. The one where the city hall meeting where he's like he comes in as the DJ, like the European DJ. Holy crap. It's so funny.
So that makes me think of I was watching these videos of Andy Daly, the
dude.
He does his like stand-up thing where he doesn't really say anything. He just like does all the cliches but like with no specifics.
Yeah.
It's like I was out and I was like, what's this about? Really? And he does it so perfectly that he's so funny.
So have you listened to Comedy Bang Bang very much?
Not a whole ton, but some.
That's like one of the main things that he does. He does tons of
character on there. Yeah.
He does tons of characters on there.
He's so good.
And Dalton Wilcox is like probably his most famous one, the poet laureate of the West.
Seen that?
It's so good.
I saw one where he was like campaigning to be the honorary mayor of Hollywood.
Yes.
And then he's like, and I'm also an avowed Satanist.
Yeah. That's oh crap, what's his name?
I can't remember. It's so funny though.
Dang. Because he's like runs these shows at the ArcLight Cinema, the old ArcLight Cinema, that are basically just like, live.
Oh, Chip Gardner.
Yeah. Chip Gardner, yes. Yeah. Honorary mayor. And he's like, they're just like these he gets like Disney licenses, but they're just like these smut shows or whatever. So dumb.
That's too funny.
He's also like he pops up in so many shows. He's
been in a lot
he's
of
the
stuff.
doctor in Silicon Valley. He's really fun in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And he'll pop up in Reno 911 and stuff like that too.
Was he on The Office? I feel like he
I
was
don't
in
know.
The
I feel like
Office
he
at one point.
He had to have been.
I feel like he was. I'm trying to remember what his character was because I'm pretty sure he was.
Oh, he's Ben Franklin.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
He's the Ben Franklin impersonator, which is so perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good guy. Good
Man.
Really chill dude. Just super chill dude.
They're still making episodes of Reno 911, and that show is
it came back, right?
It's incredible. Yeah, it's been on a couple different. They did like 1 or 2 seasons on like freaking Quibi or some other dumb, one of those things that was around for 6 months. Yeah, Tubi. Oh, I think it actually was Tubi actually. Yeah. And now they're doing another season. Maybe it's just on Amazon Prime or something like that. But it's still so good.
I haven't seen anything recently. Man.
Yeah, everyone should go watch Reno 911. It came up because I was like talking to someone on Twitter, and they were like, yeah, they were complaining that you could never make a show as edgy as The Office nowadays. And I'm like,
right.
First of all, The Office isn't. That was
a primetime network comedy. It wasn't like super edgy.
No, they're talking about stuff like, like sensitivity training or whatever. But it's like that wasn't really edgy at all. Plus, like it's satire. Like Michael's the bad guy. Like they're playing off of his ignorance,
And that stuff didn't even last very long. Like they tamed it down.
No, exactly.
Second and third season, a ton.
But I pointed out there, all these episodes of Reno 911 that are way more
Always Sunny
quote
has
unquote
been on
edgy.
For
oh yeah, exactly.
So
I mean, heck,
still on.
South Park is still on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, but neither of those are network.
They're not. Yeah. They're way more.
They're way more edgy, but they're
than The Office. So,
but I mean, South Park is like close to. I mean, the whole idea of like network TV, like barely exists anymore. But like, it's on Comedy Central.
Yeah,
like basic cable.
I'm saying that there are these rules that exist that are let me explain
not really
to you.
Rules.
Let me explain to you.
They just choose what they just.
Well, there are some rules, but
but they're never bound by those rules. They always set their limits just based on what advertisers want them to do.
Right.
Like their whole goal is to not lose advertisers.
Which means don't lose ratings.
The way historically it worked
was been black and white.
They would justify. Yeah. Here, listen, Aaron, sit down on my knee and let me explain this to you.
I don't want to break your brittle bones.
When that the argument was always, if a television channel is free, then we have to hold it to certain standards.
Right,
but if somebody's paying for it, well, we can get away with more.
But
and
what I'm saying is that isn't
anymore.
But what I'm saying is that was never actually true. That was like people's perception, but it was really just that network TV had a much wider potential audience, so they didn't want to alienate more of that audience. It was never about
because cable.
It was never about what they were allowed to do.
Cable was getting money from.
It was always them choosing what to do. Like they could get fined by the whatever. But that wasn't the thing deterring them from airing F words and stuff like that. It was advertisers.
Which is why you could do it on cable more easily because people were paying for it, so you weren't as reliant on advertisers.
And in theory, like you knew what your audience was. Like you know more about your audience when it's 2:00 in the morning on Comedy Central than you do when it's 7:00 in the evening on CBS or whatever.
You're trying to hit a more specific audience, not a broad audience.
You're not worried about hitting the broads,
It's like the radio, Remember back in the radio days when the radio existed?
Before the video killed it?
Yeah. Obviously.
Dude, radio still exists in the commercials. are still as bad as they've always been.
The thing I like about radio is all the ads are local ads almost.
Yeah, dude. And they're all so, because we'll listen to like hockey and every freaking commercial is like some local law firm or car dealership. And they use like as many hockey related puns as they possibly can,
nice. Yeah, I love
and it's
that.
still just like, I don't know how it hasn't changed in that long,
Like, don't get hip checked by
exactly by high medical bills.
Don't let cancer put you in the penalty box.
Do high interest rates have you serving a 5-minute major?
Get on the power play with.
Yeah, exactly.
Us.
No, that's literally one. Get on the power play with whoever, for your injury lawyer.
Yeah. There was a little bit of blood too, so it's 4 minutes.
I saw a picture of an actual billboard in Las Vegas today, and it says, "Were you injured searching for dead bodies at Lake Mead?
Oh, nice.
If so, call this number." It's like, how specific can you be? It seems like you're needlessly like narrowing down.
Like it's like a misconnection. It's like,
oh, totally.
That sounds like it's your freaking fault, though.
Exactly. Like, well, I mean, in theory, maybe you were like trying to solve a crime, but also like, leave it up to the.
But it's like for an audience of one, it's like we're looking for this one guy that we
such
know
a strange
was searching for dead bodies.
Yeah, like you're gonna call and they're gonna be like, "Haha, we knew it.
Got you."
When you were out there, you broke this other law.
Were you injured roaming around the town of Astoria, Oregon,
wearing a black hooded sweatshirt?
Treasure?
Did you take a picture outside of Area 51?
Oh man, still waiting for the feds to catch up to you, Phil.
Dude,
it's us. We're the feds.
Did I tell you guys that I told that story to one of my classes, and right when I said, somebody goes, "Well,
yeah, you did."
The FBI, maybe they're looking for me, and then the sound like I don't remember went crazy.
That.
I remember you telling us that you told them and that things happened.
Yes, things happened.
That's all they ever do.
It was funny when things happen.
Thanks for ruining a story, Aaron.
So yeah, Aaron,
you said, "Have I told you?" And I said, "Yes."
You should have just kept telling it, Phil. Screw Aaron.
He did keep telling it.
He's a dickhead.
You guys,
Speaking of hockey, guess where we're going to be in 1 week?
Hockey.
Hockey.
Oh,
we're going to be at hockey.
No, we're going to be namming.
Heck yeah, dude.
Well, technically in a week, we're not going to be in either of those places, but
close.
Okay. A week from when they listen to this, we will be
a country week.
Depends on when they listen to it, but yes.
Aaron, shut up.
You're both correct, and I'm being unnecessarily obtuse.
Aaron's using his no butt strategy tonight. It's from the improv school of no butt.
Yeah.
Which is also like the school of Aaron himself.
I have no butt
because he has no butt. Boom.
It's the
roasted.
It's the same school that Michael Scott went to, where you ruin every bit by pulling out an imaginary.
He told me he can't show it to me, but he has it. It's such a perfect. I just love it too because I guarantee that's like the kind of thing that Steve Carell would be so annoyed at,
What, a person who ruins,
like, because he's done so much improv that I'm sure he's just encountered that so many, like that piece specifically felt very personal, It was pretty great. So what are you guys looking forward to at NAMM?
Oh, here we go again. I don't know.
Well,
I wonder if the map is out.
Free picks.
I don't know if you're going to get any of that, dude.
Okay, well, how about this? I'm looking forward to getting my in-ears professionally cleaned.
Oh, yeah. That is a great thing to do. Your in-ear ears.
Can I say that, Aaron? Is that a thing I can say?
Your inner ear?
Nope.
No, his in-ears, you dork. His in-ear monitors.
Is what a thing you can say, though?
Can I say that I am excited to get them cleaned? Can I say that?
You did say it.
Look, he's no ending.
You did it, and
me challenging him.
You can
no
and
ending.
did say it. Which ones do you have? Are they 64?
They're ultimate ears, right?
Ultimate ears. Ooh, I want to see. I'm looking at the list of people now.
Can we? I think we need to find Jimmy Eat World, and we need to.
They're not going to be there.
Oh man,
they're touring with Manchester Orchestra.
Well, I mean, none of the big like Fender, Gibson, Boss, and I forget who else are like not there.
Sure, they will be there.
No, they're not. Being at NAMM.
Sure they will. They just didn't tell you, Aaron.
Okay.
They'll be there.
I think NAMM will be very different. But one thing I'm actually looking forward to is looking at drums for my son. Because I'm a father of a drummer now.
Oh, that's cool. I'll tell you a thing that I'm excited about. I'm excited about more strange Chinese musical booths.
It didn't sound like you actually thought that what he said was cool when you said it was cool.
It seemed like you were just waiting for what you were going to say.
You're like, oh yeah, that's cool, but also
Phil, do you only think that they're strange because they're Chinese?
No.
Because that's a very outdated mentality.
No, I'm not referring to like far off mystic lands.
Yeah, from the Far East.
From the Orient. No, I'm talking about
guitar products from the Far East.
Dude, American Recorder Technologies Inc. will be there. Ampeg, Analog Devices. Oh, let's look at product categories because I'm going to look at effects and pedals.
What about New Neighbor?
I'm going to read some companies and you tell me if you're excited.
Okay.
Ampeg.
Hated it.
Death by Audio. Death by Audio?
Hated it. Death by Auto?
Death by Audio. Death by Stereo. Ernie Ball. Are you excited about Ernie Ball?
Mono.
Jam pedals. I'm excited about jam pedals.
Yeah.
Kink guitar pedals. Line 6. How about LA Vintage Gear?
Yeah. What was the one
about Ovaltone?
What was the booth?
Is there really something called Ovaltone?
Yeah.
Do I know
Ovaltone,
what that is?
Please.
I've never heard of it.
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltone. Funny commercial.
Aaron, what was
then there's Schnobeltone also.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Schnobel.
Yes.
Is that what you were trying to think of?
Aaron, what was the?
Well, both of you will be there.
Remember the guitar company that made super expensive? It was like 54.
Black 35.
Black 35. Will Black 35 be there?
I don't think they exist anymore.
That's crazy.
It's shocking,
so innovative products.
Let me see. Let's see. Let's look at
that no one can resist.
Guitars. A down.
Will Zildjian be there?
Let's look. No, Black Mountain Picks is there, but not Black 35.
Oh, Aaron, what about Rain Song? Will Rain Song be there?
Let me scroll down to the R's. LMNOP. River Song will be there.
What's River Song?
I don't know. It's a guitar.
It better not be a carbon guitar.
Information. River Song guitars. It's not a whole lot of information.
Yeah, that doesn't never tell you much.
Well, this is just the the dealer or the brand list on the NAMM website.
Oh.
Anything else you want to know if it's there?
Yeah, all of our favorite pedal companies.
None of them are there.
None of them?
None of the ones that I know. That's not to say that they won't be there in some capacity because
right. It just means they don't have an official booth.
Right, because there is like the delicious audio, remember that guy?
No.
So I think Ryan did videos for him one year, and then I know Mark Johnson did last year, where it's just like a bunch of companies are there.
Yeah.
And they just like film videos for different people, for different companies.
Oh, yes.
I remember that.
That guy, that booth will be there again. So they tend to have a lot of like,
I mean, maybe they'll have
brands.
A lot more mainstream stuff now that all these companies aren't going to be there.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So here's the other big difference. Like, we're kind of not, I don't know. I feel like there's just not going to be as much like industry. I don't know.
There's no fun.
Yeah, there won't be as many.
There's
we're going.
There's no official
hockey game
official fun happening
Thursday night, and I don't even know what we're doing on Friday night. And then we're going home on Saturday.
We're taking her easy.
So, does that sound more fun or less fun to you guys?
Yes.
Well, here.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I will say this. I'm very excited to hang out with the two of you.
The bros. The dude bros.
And me too.
It will be fun. It will be fun to hang out with Ryan and Steve. It's a little bit of a bummer to think there will be zero of any of those parties that we went to.
Yes.
The
NAMM that you remember does no longer exist.
Yeah. Which I'm okay with.
In many ways.
I'm okay with it. Like, part of me is okay with it. Part of me was like, but like, whatever the one that I want to pedal. Remember, there was a drawing and I want to pedal. That was fun.
It was always like the taco party.
The taco party. Yes.
And I don't think that's happening anymore.
I don't think so, no. So that always existed like as a charity thing too.
Yeah, which I didn't support, but you take the good with the bad.
I did. I mean, we did
if you bought tickets,
metaphysically we supported it, but like not.
If you bought tickets,
like in another dimension.
I mean, I supported it like in my heart, but I never like gave money to support.
Did you buy any raffle tickets?
Yeah, no. I bought raffle tickets.
No,
then you supported it.
I didn't buy them. I never did.
I supported it.
I did.
Or I guess we did with podcast money.
You got a
I never bought my own.
Oh, see, Gear Slum did.
And you got a creation.
I got a Wombatone one year. I got another year. I got a creation board with 3 pedals on it.
Remember when you said,
three pedals on it?
2 or 3 pedals.
He freaking cleaned up.
Crazy.
Or 2 pedals. I think 2 pedals. Maybe no, 3 pedals.
What were they? Were they solid gold?
No, they were creation or Fox pedal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course.
Yes. Was that when you say I feel like God
made of solid gold?
Yeah, like what are you so excited about?
That was the time where
Chili's. Yeah.
I yelled speech and you went up and said, "I feel God in this Chili's tonight."
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Great.
I think that was the first time when I won.
And it was the one where I can't remember what was happening. So we were cheering for something.
Oh, so the first year was when Phil won the Keeley,
the Jimi Hendrix pedal.
The second year I won the Wombatone. The third year I won the creation thing.
Oh yeah, it was the second because it was the one that was like at that strip mall or something. Remember that one?
Yes, that's the one.
Yes,
it was very strange.
It was outside the coffee shop.
Right.
That was the third year.
Man,
maybe not.
No. You're right. What I was thinking is there was a pop-up coffee shop there.
Yeah, but it was like at a strip mall where all the shops were closed.
Yes, it was in like the courtyard.
Yeah.
And didn't one of you guys win a Red Panda pedal or something? Or maybe it was someone else who was with us.
I mean, I did not.
In our group won it.
I won at one of the pancake breakfasts.
Oh yeah, pancake breakfast.
I won that. What was
the Flappin' Flappers?
Yeah.
Did you win one of their pedals?
No, I do have one of their pedals. No, I want what was it called? It was that acid etched top. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was a good pedal though. Sold it.
Was it Death by Audio?
I don't think so.
Because they do that acid etch thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Matthew effects?
Matthews effects, bro. It's Matthews effects. See, though, like that guy won't be there. Pretty sure JHS stuff will not be there. Well, he might be there, but I don't think they're.
Yeah, he doesn't have like a booth or whatever.
Matthew.
I bet all the people will be there.
I don't think Matthew. I don't know. I think local people will be there. I don't know how many people will like fly in just to go, because there's not really any reason for them to.
I mean, I bet there's some reason. I bet they could still meet with like vendors and stuff, even if they don't have a booth. Like the cost of one person's plane ticket is tiny compared to the cost of a booth.
Yeah,
so I could see him doing one and not the other. You know,
I know Stringjoy will be there, Blake,
right? Because
Scott
the second, like,
I wonder if Sean's going to be
like,
there.
it is cost effective. It's cost effective for if it's like you fly to LA and then you get to meet with brands that you are considering working with.
Yeah.
Because if you meet with a few people in person, yeah, exactly. Then it becomes.
But the cost of a booth is just astronomical.
More worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll be curious to see what you guys think, because it was kind of hard to, like, as much as I'm
just
curious to see how it's different from last year.
You've gone to NAMM more recently than we have, because
I went last year, and it was not shocking, but it was different than even I expected it to be.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see like how much it's kind of come back towards what it was, or if it has even more. I'm assuming it's not as small as last year, but I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah, like it's not limited. In theory, it's not really limited by COVID anymore, but it's more just limited by the fact that it's not what it used to be.
Yeah, and I think it's just like a lot of things in our culture now where it's like, oh, once you're without it, you're like, well, I guess we can live without it, because it doesn't really, it's not as necessary as we thought it was, maybe. But
which was kind of like everyone kind of knew that was going to happen, I think.
Eventually, yeah, but that kind of just like hastened it.
But I'm saying like once COVID
hit, yeah,
everyone was like, oh, we're going to see what it's like and never want to go back, you know?
Exactly, yeah. Interesting.
So it'll still be fun, though. I'm excited to go.
You know what we need to do?
To a hockey game. Phil, are you excited for the hockey game? Hockey is a great spectator sport, even if you're not into sports. Because there's a bunch of like action, you know.
It's also good like atmosphere, because the arenas are like relatively small.
Yeah. It's a fast-paced game while it's like there's 2 intermissions, and
it's very loud.
While the game is going, it's very fast-paced.
Not loud, like
a lot of
overwhelmingly loud, but like there's a lot of like crowd fun.
There's a lot of flashing lights and loud noises, so you'll enjoy it, Phil.
Yeah,
it's good for simple-minded.
You just turn off your hearing aids. And you'll be fine.
It'll keep you stimulated.
I'm excited to hang with my bros.
Yeah, bring your life alert. Bring your life alert just in case.
How dare you?
Fine, leave it at home. I don't care. Die. For all I care. Break a hip in the bathroom and just lay there.
You can die too, for all I care.
Don't bring your life alert.
As you wish.
We'll never know if you've fallen and you can't get up.
Is Princess Bride as popular in other Christian circles as it is in...
It is.
Yeah.
Why is it that it's such a Christian? Is it just because it like doesn't have inappropriate stuff in it or something?
Yeah. It's PG.
It's just like a family movie, family friendly,
with a sweet message. True love is a wonderful message.
It's not really though, because they're not even married.
Pirating is a bad message.
Yeah, and lying. There's so much.
You
lying
wouldn't steal a car.
And witchcraft. There's witchcraft in that movie.
No.
Yeah.
The Miracle Max is a witch.
Yeah.
He's a witch.
No, he calls his wife a witch.
No, he calls his wife a wench.
He said to blave.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the Neverending Story. When he goes to see that couple.
And is that movie also very popular in Christian circles?
Dude,
to the wench.
Dude, he's basically, it's a freaking ripoff. That character is like, Max. Holy crap.
Well, I don't know which one came first, but.
Dude, did Billy Crystal see that movie and was like, that's it? That's how I'm going to play this part.
I don't know. Did he?
It is a great movie. Do you have your kids read that book, Phil?
I read it.
Like, is that ever on like reading lists or whatever? Yeah, I read it in high school too. That's what I'm wondering.
I never read.
I read it in high school. I took a science fiction fantasy class as an elective.
Nerd.
As a senior in high school.
Wait, which one did you read?
Princess Bride.
Okay.
I tried to read Neverending Story, but I could never finish it.
Just goes on and on, my friend. Some people started reading it not knowing what it was.
Oh man.
Don't do this, Aaron.
Story.
Yeah, Princess Bride is one of the few. There's probably like I can count the number of like actual books that I've physically read. Probably on one hand, maybe two. Just because my brain just doesn't work very well to read books, but Princess Bride was like very engaging, so I read that whole book. It was extremely good.
Did you guys watch Mio in the Land of Far Away? Do you remember that one?
No. Mio,
yeah. Christian Bale was in it.
Weird.
It's like very similar to those other movies, and he floats away on like a giant
I think you have told us about this.
Oh, you have to watch that movie.
And like when you brought it up, like Cole and I were both like, "What?" And
sounds fake.
And then I remember looking at posters and I was like, I can't believe I never saw this because this seems like absolutely the kind of movie that I would have been all over.
It's also like the kind of movie that you see as a kid and then you're like, I don't know if that was real. Did I imagine watching that movie?
Totally.
Yeah, like Shaq no one else being in a genie movie.
Yeah. Like I thought there was another one with a giant floating head with
Sinbad.
Like a long beard or something.
Shaq was in a genie movie.
Shaq
Sinbad
wasn't in a genie movie. He was in Shazam. The
new
one.
Yep.
Or Kazam. He was in.
Oh, was it Michael Jordan that I thought was in a movie where he plays
Sinbad
a
is the thing.
No, Michael B. Jordan is in a lot of movies.
He do be Jordan too.
Michael B. Jordan, all kinds of movies.
It's just because he Jords so much that everyone just says that. He Jords all the time. So they're like, yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
He do be Jordan.
Not do be Jordan.
He do be.
Michael Doobie Jordan.
Michael Doobie Jordan. I like a 70s
Michael Brothers.
Michael Doobie Jordan.
Holy crap. Oh no.
You guys got to watch this movie though. It's good. It's super
What's up,
weird.
Cole?
My wife just sent me a picture of her positive COVID test.
Oh gosh.
So now that might change our entire
world.
Aaron, can we get COVID through the computer?
I'm supposed to be going on a road trip tomorrow morning, and
yes, I don't think it's going to affect the podcast.
She wasn't going to go because she's sick, but now that might mean that none of us can go.
Cole, don't get freaking COVID in the next week.
Yeah. I'm gonna try not to.
You got to sleep in a different room.
Okay, I'll try to see if I can work that out.
Okay, good. Please do be Jordan in a different room.
Speaking of sports, San Diego State lost.
Yeah, dude, our Aztecs,
which is pretty cool. It's a pretty good place to lose. If you're gonna lose. And thanks for friendship.
Thanks for friendship.
Cole, do be thankful.
Thanks for friendship.